Oh, it's Mama. It's Mama and baby. You want food? Guess you want food. There's another baby in the middle of the road. What are you doing? So it's about 5 o'clock right now. The ground is too wet still to plant or do anything. Maybe tomorrow afternoon we can go. But family's at my brother's ball game. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go take some soil samples. That's my plan. We'll see if that actually happens though. Mama's happy now. And put some in there too. You guys must have ate all the food they put out for you this morning. I bet you guys are eating a lot since you're growing. So, I'm not going to do grid sampling or anything like that. I just got 10 bags. I just want to do some rough testing just on our fields that are kind of close to the main farm, and then also on my farm. Kind of want to see the difference between the places that we put manure on quite often and then versus some of our ground that we haven't put manure on. I want to test Dad's new farm that he just got. The front half that's actually going into corn hasn't got manure yet, and the back half has got manure. Well, no, it hasn't. None of that farm has got manure yet, but once we get the weed off that back half, we plan on putting manure on. So I'm gonna get fuel in this bad boy. We got Mom and Dad's rig. It was up here by the shop, so guess I get to ride in style. So when I say I'm taking a rough sample, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probe in a few different spots, put it in a bucket, mix it around, and then take it out of the bucket, take a little bit out of the bucket, and put it into a bag. Hopefully, I'm able to get a decent understanding of what's going on, mainly because, well, the main reason that I'm kind of concerned is I would like to be able to drive around the farm a little bit more, but a lot of these main pieces here on our farm are already planted, so I don't really want to drive on them. So here's our first field of corn that we put in the ground. Hopefully the wind's not bothering you guys too bad, but this was that really cheap corn that we're trying out. We were afraid that it wasn't going to come out of the ground, but it has, and it looks pretty dang good. I'm really impressed with that it actually came out of the ground, because right after it got planted, it got hammered. And then it got really dry, and it had a really hard crust, but looks like it pulled out of it. Even in the terrace channels, it pulled out of it, which was what my main concern was for this field, because that took a while for those in the terrace channel to pop out. But other than that, this field has pulled out of it. So I'm pretty excited to see how this stuff goes. This was planted pretty early in comparison to the rest of our corn so far. But yeah, still got a ways to go for corn and beans, sadly. Just haven't had the right conditions to keep rocking and rolling. Here she is, the soil probe. So I'm going to go in the ground about 7 inches. There you go. And we'll kind of go from there. We'll take that out and we'll put it in a bucket, and yeah. I really don't know if you guys are going to be able to see me doing this. Hey, I'm doing a soil sample. I think that's pretty good. That's not terrible. Try to think about it a little bit. That's not bad. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Yeah, I got a few rough samples. We'll add some more at the next stop for this farm. Well, just got done doing another farm, Just doing random places. This hasn't been planted yet. This will go into beans. This is the next field that me and Jared need to plant. And well, I don't know if you guys can tell. She's still wet. Yeah, she's wet. But yep. This farm sometimes gets hog manure, so that's why I want to test it. Dad bought this like it's been a while, 5 years, 6 years ago, something like that. And this side gets hog manure, but that side doesn't. So that's what I want to test and see the difference between the two. And maybe we'll see from the tests whether or not maybe we just need to haul the manure farther away and it's not as beneficial to keep putting it on this one. We'll see. Or maybe this one still needs more. I don't know. That's what I want to figure out. Some of my early planted beans are coming up. They're looking pretty good. Well, I'll be honest with you. I took the soil samples on my farm and well, now we're filling up the water trailer with water so that Dad has water for tomorrow when he starts spraying. The ranger's right here. We're getting trash off the water trailer. Yeah. Aww. So cute. Here's baby Brandon. He's pretty skittish. Yeah. He gone. Well, it's the next day and we're gonna throw some beans in the ground. Filling up with fuel at the moment. Already topped off the drill before I started recording. And we're gonna go plant some beans. This is already planted. There's the 5700 and the T8300. Also filled that planter up, so it's ready to rock and roll. Don't really have too much ground that's really ready to rock and roll, so we'll see. We will see. So this is all planted. That is not planted across the road, and neither is that over there. But we're gonna wait on this stuff because it's still pretty wet. Hopefully by tomorrow afternoon we can plant it. But we're gonna run down the road a ways out west of town and start planting over there. We are rocking and rolling. Yeah. We take up a pretty good chunk of the road, that's for sure. Got quite a bit of grass out here. Dad's water trailer's right over there, so he's spraying out here at the moment, and that's why we know it's pretty dry. So I'm gonna start on this side. Really, it's pretty hilly ground, so it shouldn't be too wet. We are planting, boys. Jared's actually pulling in right up there. And we're gonna start getting after it. The more Dad sprays, the more Dad's like, it's ready to rock and roll, so. We're gonna start throwing the beans in the ground. Today is Saturday. So I got today and tomorrow, throw beans in the ground, and then Aden's off Monday because he's only got 4-day school weeks, so yeah. Feeling pretty awesome at the moment. Finally get to use the guidance a little bit. Trying to make some nice straight rows here. But yeah. This is John Deere's prototype drill. No, I'm joking. They made this, I don't know how many years they made this, but I think they made it for more than 10 years. And they never figured out how to make it where the tank was waterproof. So that's why there's the tarp on top for some of you guys that haven't heard me talk about that before. But yeah, this is a drill. So it meters out the seed underneath at the tank and then blows it out to the row units. I guess you could say this is an air seeder slash drill. But yeah. Going back and forth here. We got terraces though, so I still gotta drive a little bit, but this used to not have terraces, but there's a little bit of erosion that was happening because right through here, quite a bit of water comes off the neighbor's farm and then comes right through here. So added 3 terraces here, and then there's 3 terraces kind of up there on that hill side as well. So I normally run about 6'7", 6'8", and yeah. But to set my seed rate, I gotta go 6 miles an hour since this isn't the fancy drill. I've been looking at the new series of these drills that came out. It's been out for a few years now, and I'm really impressed with the redesign. That's why I like calling this one the prototype, because they really, they kind of just threw this thing together, and people loved it. People bought these like crazy. A lot of people around here love these drills just because of how user-friendly they are. But that new drill, they made it even more simple on it. Really nice. Very simplistic. It's got electric drive seed meters. This one's wheel drive, so you got tons of change and pulleys, and then you have a gearbox to change the speeds. Just a bunch of moving parts. They make it really simple on the new redesign, and they make it really easy to get to the seed meters themselves as well. So, very interesting on what they changed and improved from this one. This one, I just like to say they just threw it together, and people loved it, so they made it better. But yeah, me and Jared grabbed the seed tender just a little bit ago, and he's planting right there. After I'm done with this field, I'm actually going to run down the road even farther. We got about 40 acres of rented ground that I'm gonna go plant real quick, and then we'll come back to this and we'll keep working on this together. Don't even need to throw out a cover crop the way this stuff came in. Got pretty good coverage. Almost looks like we put on a cover crop. If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, please consider it. It would mean a lot. For the rest of you guys, leave a like, leave a comment what you think, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. On the road again. We're cooking. 22 miles per hour. I could go faster if I wanted to. 23, 24 was about as fast as this thing will go. Yeah. Ah! Stretch our legs. Never mind. When I was coming over the backside of this terrace, had drug up a little bit. I thought one of my gauge wheels wasn't turning. Is it this one? No. Huh. You know how I was talking about seeing how well these things did? This little plastic piece at the end of the seed tube. I think they're doing a really good job of making sure I get the beans in the ground. Because in the past, especially in high residue places, it would struggle to get the beans in the ground. And you would always see, well, you'd always see some beans on top of the ground. See, there is a bean on top of the ground right there. But normally, you'd see them more often. So I think that's helping keep the seed in the seed trench, not just blow out of the seed trench. You know, I'm sitting here planting the log and I am missing my little plug-in Bluetooth thing so bad right now because I'm kind of stuck in my own thoughts, and that's no good. You know, I need to escape every once in a while. I got some podcasts I want to listen to really bad. I've tried playing them on my phone, but it's just not loud enough. No good! You want to know something else that's no good? That terrace right there, it's holding water. There's not a good enough angle to get it to the riser. Yep, well, we're getting stuff done. That's all. I'm happy. I'm happy. We're planting, we're getting things done. As long as things go smoothly, I can care less that I don't have Bluetooth. Should be in this tractor, but I think my brother stole it from me. We've got like 3 of them. Little radio. They like plug into the outlet, and then you can... The FM transmitter, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Which I know the newer tractors have Bluetooth, or some of our newer tractors have Bluetooth, but I heard that John Deere guys have problems with their fancy one that they have up there at the corner of their cab. They got like one right here. And says it disconnects and connects. That kind of sucks. I wonder if you could just run a transmitter and that would fix that problem. I don't know. I do not know. Just thinking a lot right now, and it's just no bueno. No bueno. Right now I have half the drill turned off. That's what this switch does here. It's a clutch, so I clutch the left side of the drill, and I am filling in this spot right here because this is right between 2 terraces. So this is a little gap that I have to come in and fill in. About done with the gap. We'll lift up. Make sure I turn that off so when I start my next pass I don't mess it up. But yeah, that new drill that's coming out, or the new drill that's out, the new version of this one, I think it has the 4 sections, and it auto clutches, which, I mean, that's kind of what every single planter nowadays does. I mean, this is like a 2009 drill, or at least the designs from that time frame. So right now I'm clutching the opposite side of the drill, as you can see, and now I'm gonna flick it over. Those are all red, and now they turn green, so that means I'm planting, and we're ready to rock. Yeah. So now I am planting the front side of a terrace, and we're flexing. Very nice. Very nice. Yep. There's a riser up in front of us. So we gotta go up and around it. I was a little close there, I'll be honest. I think another thing I like about having this tractor pull the drill is having an articulating tractor. Whenever you get close to something, you can kind of yank the wheel and it'll pull the implement away from it. So if I ever get close to a riser, I can just yank the wheel real quick and it kind of pulls me away from it. Here's another one. Helps me like spin around it real easily. But yeah, you can still tell there's a little bit of moisture here in these terraces, but we got to go. It's getting to the point where we just need to put stuff in the ground. Well, we are back closer to where Jared's planting. We got that field all the way over there taken care of. Right now I'm just trying to plant the places that are the closest to being ready. This terrace channel right here is so-so, but the rest of this field is ready to rock and roll, so I'm planting it. We got a few bottom pieces here on this big chunk of ground that are definitely not ready to go. So we might plant everything besides the bottoms, and then I might come back later on and come back and plant them later. But we got a lot of hilly ground that we can plant right now, so we'll see what we end up deciding to do. It's getting closer to that deciding point, depending on where Jared is or how much Jared's got done. But probably that decision will be made later on tonight. But we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna go ahead and flip around and get this corner here so I don't forget it just a little bit. I wasn't able to clutch. Put the drill down, put it down a little bit early so the seed gets to the row. Kinda need to turn on the other side, kinda don't. There, turn it back off. Oh yeah. I've done this a few years. 6 years? I think I drilled a little bit when I was 13, but I think I started when I was 14. I've done this just a little bit. Yeah. Pretty steep terrace. But this farm needed it. My screen is disgusting. Turn off my other side of the planter. Fun. I do not have any food or snacks. It was kind of a last minute hop in the tractor. I wasn't prepared to hop in it today. I didn't think we were going to plant today until Dad came out here and sprayed and said, "You can go," so full tilt. So that's what we're doing. It's about time. It's about time. And I don't... It's maxing out. Yeah, no. I can't. Stay on the back side of this terrace and then we'll come back and plant all that. Oh yeah. AB ground. Let's go. Not for very long, but at least a little bit. Flip. Engage the auto steer. Very nice. Drop. Turn my switch. There we go. Seed tender's right there. Jared's right over there. Can we see him? No. No, we cannot. How sad. We are planting along here, and we are getting really close to being out of seed. I've planted in between these two terraces with the low seed level, and I'm hoping that I can take 1.5 passes right here above this terrace to finish this little field out before I go and fill up. because that will be the end of what I'm going to be able to do on this side of the road. Or, I like to say this side of the bridge, because there's a bridge right there. Will I make it? Will I make it? You might be like, well, how do you know whenever it's low? Well, it'll say that I have a blockage on my meters. And if I'm lucky, I make it to the other end and I don't have any problems. So this is just one pass. Perfect. I think I'm gonna be fine. Unless it just starts all going red right now. Then I will not be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. There's no way I'll run out now. Good. Hallelujah. Now I don't have to come back and just for a pass. Whew. Kind of was worried there. Shut off half the planter. There we go. Hallelujah. We're filling. There's Jared. He needs seed too. Load it up. Left the auger out so Jared can fill up. It's a long ways up here. Let's go. There you go. There's Jared. So we normally split this big field that we're in at the moment 50-50 kind of in a way. And right now I am mapping out my section of it. As you guys can see probably right there that he has planted that already. And he's planted that whole inside part of that terrace. So yeah, this looks like the corn planter didn't plant right there. That's not good. But yeah, planting along here. So right around this corner there's a trail that we normally take with the grain cart, and that's normally where we split it. So yeah, normally I don't plant this side. I normally plant that side, but this time we're doing it a little different. We gotta change things up a bit, of course. He's got a pretty slick looking setup, that's for sure. But yeah, here it is. Here's the path. So I'm gonna plant up to it, and I'm gonna plant right beside it, so I have my side mapped and his side mapped separately. There we go. It's almost like we've done this a time or two. But yeah, we're splitting the field, and then we'll be able to finish this. We're really just trying to let a few other pieces here, a part of this farm, dry out. There's quite a bit of acreage here, and it's getting close. It's really close to being able to plant. All this hilly stuff is ready, but that bottom ground's pushing it. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised that this bottom ground right here, well, it's dry. Very nice. I'm getting to enjoy a little bit more AB ground. Got the GPS rolling. I'm just riding along. But yeah, I'm actually really surprised that this is dry. tell when Dad sprayed it. Looks like it was a little bit wetter than what it is now. But he just sprayed it this morning, so. Right now I am planting kind of at an angle with how he planted the corn, because it helps with seed to soil contact, especially since we're no-tilling, because the root balls of the corn stalks are kind of tough for the drill to cut into. So if you do it at an angle, it helps with seed placement. So you see his rows are kind of like this, and I'm kind of more angled a little bit more. Just helps with putting the seed in the soil. Not a big angle, but just enough that you're not riding right on top of it with the row unit. Me and Jared are both filled up, and seed tender is empty. So I don't know how many. So he can do about 120 acres every time he fills up. I can do 80, 90. So we're set for a little bit since we just filled up now, but this big field will be able to wipe out some acres pretty quickly. It's 8 o'clock now. Sun's still up, and we're still rocking and rolling. Jared's up and over the hill, and we're not in the bottom anymore. We're planting our way up. We're heading home. Got that big field right there taken care of. All we got left is this field right here. We got this planted already, and this on my left side all planted. So yeah, I think we did a little over, I don't know, probably pretty close to 400 acres maybe today. And then Dad's been planting corn. I don't know how much he got planted, but he was spraying most of the day, so probably not too much. Yeah, still got quite a bit more seed to plant. And that's not all of it. There's more. There's even more. Oh yeah, and then there's more. Still got a ways to go. Kitty, kitty. Oh, they got food. Hi. You come running towards me, and then you dart off to the side. But yeah, me and Jared will fill this up in the morning. We moved cows back, which you guys didn't even see us move them down there, but we moved them down to the opposite side of the road, and then we brought them back this morning. And we got a cow sitting right here, and this is where we let them in. So I kind of have a feeling that she has a calf down there. So I'm going to go look and see if I can find that calf. But I have a feeling she has a calf because she keeps coming back up to this part of the gate, and the rest of the cows aren't by her. So I have a feeling she must have a calf still down there that wasn't weaned. So, oh, got a bird that thinks that it can build a nest in here. No, it cannot. Also, I used my little, man, this place is a mess. Yuck. But I used my mini bike to help move the cows. They do not like it. They do not like it at all. They do not like that it doesn't make any noise. It's kind of opposite of what, like, cats and dogs, like, whenever they have a noise, they normally run away. Whereas the cows, they're kind of used to every time that there's a noise, most of the time, it's bringing food to them. It's either bringing hay or could be bringing mineral or something like that. So when they have something that's pretty fast and it's quiet, most of the time it's danger. So They do not like the mini bike, and then they don't like the horn on it either. They really don't like the horn. Yeah, 80/20's here. 80/20 might be on the chopping block. Good tractor. She's just old and, well, it's getting to the point where we're needing to kind of upgrade some tractors, and really the T8 300 that Jared's running kind of needs to be upgraded. It's kind of a little underpowered for what it's doing. And, well, instead of getting rid of that tractor, probably going to get rid of this one because this one's higher houred, and it's nice to have a backup. So if we were to get, probably going to get a bigger T8 tractor. Thought about a T9, but for pulling that planter, for pulling planters, it's pretty nice to just have a big T8 tractor. So we're probably going to go like a T8 435 or a 410. Probably. And just keep the T8 300 kind of as a backup because, well, it's actually more equipped to be a backup than this at the moment. But this tractor is our backup for the most part. If we have a tractor go down and we really need it, we have a tractor. So it's nice to have that. Some farms don't have that, but it's kind of a necessity if you have a tractor go down, because we've had tractors in the past that go down and they're out for a whole season, and that is rough. We've had this tractor out for a whole planting season quite a few years ago. It's been quite a few years ago that happened. And then we've also had the T8 300, which both the times that happened, those tractors were pretty close to maybe 2,000 hours, which is not very far into their life. 3,000 hours. 300 was out for a whole season, and that's whenever it got demoted from planting corn. And ever since then, Big Canada's been planting corn. That's a long rant that I'm not going to even put it in the video, but I videoed it. Maybe I'll put it in the video. Somebody might watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. And if you did watch this, put pineapple in the comment section if you actually watch this. Nobody's going to know what you're talking about, but I'll know. I will know that you watched this whole video if you put pineapple in the comment section. So if you do that, I'll give you a like or heart your comment, whatever it is. I don't know. This cat's close to me but won't let me pet him, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Man, look at the lighting. It's so bad. There you go. That would have been better, wouldn't it? Not really, because then you can see me. No good.